All right, Anthony Juice Majusiak Jr.
Yes, sir. Mr. Outlaw, sir.
Anthony Majusiak Jr.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people don't know you're a junior.
Yeah.
You are. We're talking, since we are podcasters.
Yes.
Which we got a big bump over the holidays in our listeners. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Yeah, thanks.
Sometimes I think we're just two goofballs from Pennsylvania and Alabama, and people don't care. But I guess we're doing some.
We must be doing something a little right.
We got struck by TikTok, so we're doing something right.
Yes,
so,
definitely.
But yeah, we're talking about other military podcasters, and it's typically the Army guys and some Navy SEALs.
Yeah,
that are just going after each other. Like,
yeah, I don't get it. That's why I was telling you. I don't understand. I see all these people on, and we're both prior service Marines and Army,
mm-hmm.
but you see all this backbiting. What happened to quiet professionals? What happened with being in the shadows?
Mm-hmm.
Do your job. You don't look for, accolades. You're not looking for attaboys. You just have a job to do. But it seems like the level of professionalism from these guys has just tanked to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just my opinion. It's not anybody else's, but I see them acting and trash talking each other
mm-hmm.
at a level so low. You would have never seen that when we first got in the military.
I get it too. And one guy, we're not going to say his name in particular, is calling out everybody, saying that he's the greatest person since sliced bread.
Yeah. And he's not.
We looked up his background, and we all got stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't throw throw rocks at glass houses or whatever the thing is.
Yep.
I'm not saying I'm better than any other operator out there.
Right.
And he does that. He's like, oh, this guy, I knew him. He was on our team, blah, blah, blah. He's an idiot. What?
And then you go look at his background and you're like, who's the bigger idiot here?
Right. He didn't beat his wife up.
So. No. He doesn't have multiple DUIs.
He didn't abuse detainees.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting into a little specific now. But anyways.
Well, not really. Wasn't having affairs.
I see another guy too, and all right, I'm not going to get into what he did, but he did something big. All right.
Right.
Congratulations. But he's on there bashing all the other branches of the military, like, you guys are all retards, and it should just be us.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Why are we going after each other?
Yeah. Stop. Act more professional.
Stories are great. Tell your stories, your anecdotes or whatever, but let's don't bash each other.
Yeah. I mean, we sit around, we'll tell jokes and talk about things we did that were not mission related, but we'll talk about dumb stuff we did while we were in and sit here and laugh about it.
Right.
I don't understand why the professionalism is tanked between the operations community. I don't get it.
Right.
It's aggravating. It's disgusting. It's unprofessional. It's disparaging, and it hurts all branches of the military when you get up there and talk that much trash about each other.
Mm-hmm. Let me give you my opinion. So around the time of 9/11, the special operations community we didn't have enough people to carry out the missions that the executive branch said, hey, we need to go do this. So I want to say they lowered the standard, but they gave more people chances. That's when it started with the whole, let's go with my thing. I was a Force Recon Marine. And when I did it, you had to come in and you could try out and while you're at SOI, like I went and did the indoctrination in an SOI, the day-long thing. Mm-hmm. Then I went to RIP and all that. Now they got them, not long after 9/11, they said, hey, you can come in and go to RIP right away. After you pass School of Infantry, you go right over and do the 3-week RIP program to see if you got it. And I think more people got a chance, and we got some through the cracks, and they became leadership. And then that's where the professionalism kind of went downhill. Does that make sense to you? Not just Marines either. It happened in Special Forces, Rangers, and everybody.
But it makes sense. But I just can't believe it has hit such a low level of professionalism that they're all doing this.
Right. We need to have like a military podcaster consortium and say stop.
And I hate to say this because this is probably going to spark some comments. We hear this out of Rangers, Navy SEALs, Green Berets. You don't hear the MARSOC guys doing it. You don't hear recon guys doing it. You don't hear Force Recon guys doing it. You don't even hear Anglico get on there and do it.
Anglico.
Right?
Right.
You don't hear any of those guys in the Marine Corps getting on there and bashing each other like SF, Navy SEALs, and Rangers are doing. I don't get it.
You don't hear, the Air Force guys too are pretty quiet. The PJs and CCT guys.
CCTs, yeah, they don't say anything.
They'll get on and talk a little bit and say, here's what we did.
But they're not bashing each other.
No, they're not. And, they were kind of heroes of Mogadishu back in that whole thing.
Yeah.
With that. But anyway, I don't get it, man. While we're bashing each other, why aren't we in the same team?
Yeah.
We are, right?
I had a captain one time, we always chanted, amber and scarlet and gold and, Marine this, Army that, blah, 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 blah. He said, we're all purple.
Okay.
He said, everybody's on the same team. Mm-hmm. We just chose different roles, different missions, but we're all going to the same objective.
Right. These
guys have no clue, in my opinion, what they're doing. They're just tearing the military down.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. And I see them. I usually just skip over them. One guy I like a lot is Sean Ryan.
Yeah, I like him.
He interviews some of these people, but he just records them, right?
Yeah, he seems like a very straight shooter, no nonsense guy, and he's not really bashing anybody.
He asks a lot of good questions and stuff, but he interviews everybody.
Yeah,
politicians, military, you name it.
Well, yeah, he had athletes. Hunter Biden on there.
He interviews athletes, whatever. That has nothing to do with what we're going to talk about today, Juice, but I thought we'd get it off our chest. So
yeah, it's just something I posed the question, what was going on, and it went into this.
Right, good. Today we're going to talk about women, two of them specifically, that killed their husbands because they were having affairs. All right. I know it happens more than just these two, but we're going to talk about why. All right.
Yeah.
Why can't they just get divorced, Juice?
They want vengeance.
Vengeance is mine, says the spiteful woman.
Right? Was it hell hath no fury like a woman scorned?
We're going to read two here today that are.
Oh, they got really scorned and they weren't putting up with it.
We read one a while back with the former porn star that beheaded her husband, boyfriend. I forget. It was confusing.
Married the son of her boyfriend.
Right. There was she beheaded him. But here specifically, though, we're talking about women, they catch their husband in adultery and then they whack them. So let's read about Jennifer Gledhill first. This is October 15th, 2024. Charges filed against Jennifer Gledhill for alleged murder of husband. Today, Salt Lake City District Attorney Sim Gill filed 9 felony charges, including first-degree murder against Jennifer Gledhill for her alleged connection to the disappearance and apparent death of her husband, Matthew Johnson. On September 28, 2024, the defendant called Cottonwood Heights Police Department to report Mr. Johnson was missing. She told law enforcement that her husband had not been seen or heard from since they fought on September 20, 2024. The defendant told police Mr. Johnson had told her would be gone for a week and not to call him. All right. An informant later told police that he had an extramarital affair with the defendant. Okay, here we go. I read this, but it gets confusing. So
it does. This one does, yeah.
The wife's lover went and told police that this is probably what happened.
Right.
So, okay. On Sunday, September 22nd, and the defendant came over to his house. While there, the defendant told the informant that Mr. Johnson had come home September 20, 2024, and yelled at her because he knew she had been sleeping with somebody else. The defendant told the informant that she shot Mr. Johnson on September 21st as he slept in their bed. She told the informant that she put Mr. Johnson's body into a rooftop storage container, slid him down the stairs of their home, and loaded his body in the back of their minivan. The defendant said she smashed Mr. Johnson's phone and hid his truck in a nearby neighborhood. All right. This is a grown man, and she's going to be able to put him into one of those boxes and load it into the back of a minivan. You think she can do it?
Yes.
The photo of her, she looks like she's not a big bodybuilder or nothing. She's just a skinny girl. So
you can move a body as long as you don't have to pick the dead weight up, like pick it all up.
Mm-hmm.
You can pull that off.
So in one of those boxes like you see on top of a van, it's like moving a Foot Locker around kind of.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Detectives obtained a search warrant for the defendant's home. They noticed the mattress in the master bedroom was new. There were several reddish brown spots on the wall, bed frame, and blinds of the master bedroom. Did not do a good cleanup job.
No.
The wall behind the master bedroom bed was covered in bleach. A circular pattern on the carpet below the bed on the right side near the head of the bed tested positive for human blood. I'm sure it'll come back to being his whenever they get done with all this.
But there's a little more to it now.
Yeah, we're getting in there.
A little more.
Tell me a little bit more about what you know about it. So
she had some help on the cleanup.
Right.
Now, I hate to say it. She's sloppy on the cleanup. If my ex-wife were to kill me, I guarantee you they would not find any blood. She is so OCD with her cleaning. Everything in the house is like surgical room, sterile, clean, no dust, no fingerprint. It's clean. She's just sloppy.
Right. Now, we talked about husbands cheating on their wife. If you get into this story, they were both cheating on each other.
Yes, they were.
It was not a good marriage.
No.
So the question remains, why not just, hey, wife, you go live over here, I'm going to live over here, and we'll get divorced.
Yeah.
We're going to whack each other?
I've done it twice.
Right.
It works.
Yeah.
It's better than murder.
So the call records show that the defendant at no point tried to contact Mr. Johnson after September 21. So she didn't call, hey, honey, where are you?
No.
Anything like that.
No. That's odd.
Now, here's an interesting one. Detectives served a search warrant at the defendant's parents' home and found a plastic tote in the bedroom where the defendant would sleep while she stayed there. In the tote was a Glock 19 gun box that was green and tan in color, wrapped in a child's onesie. The gun container is consistent with the gun model and color, which she had shown to the informant loaded on September 19th.
Another
clue. Blood below the bed was tested and shown to be from a single male source. Testing is still underway to compare this single source to Mr. Johnson's DNA. I'm sure the prosecution's keeping that close to use it later. The body of Mr. Johnson has not been located. No one in Mr. Johnson's life has heard from him since September 21, which is inconsistent with his pattern. You think the mom and dad helped clean this up?
Absolutely.
All right. The defendant is charged with 1 count of first-degree felony murder, 5 counts of second-degree felony obstruction of justice, and 1 count of second-degree felony possession with the intent to distribute. So she had some dope in the house.
Oh, yeah.
1 count of third-degree felony desecration of a human body, and 1 count of third-degry felony witness tampering. So she went around saying, hey, don't do this. Don't tell me or I'm going to kill you. That's witness tampering, right?
Yeah.
They threatened a potential witness. Where does it? It didn't say anything about the parents. But
no,
I'm sure
other than
but
so
stuff was at the house.
I think they helped out quite a bit.
So I've taken some homicide courses before. It's impossible if there's a bloody murder, you're going to leave something unless you burn the place down.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. I jest about my ex-wife being clean, but they would be hard pressed if she killed me in the house, decapitated me. They'd be hard pressed to find some blood evidence.
Right. Gunshot wounds, blunt object wounds are messy, dude.
Oh yeah,
it gets all over the place.
Yeah,
and
everywhere,
I've seen them.
And you're not going to clean all that up.
The specks of blood spatter. You may think you got it,
you didn't,
but you didn't get it. And usually you're against the time clock too, because somebody's going to come looking for this person.
Oh yeah.
So, and if they're missing, then the police come searching around your stuff, and they're going to, a good detective or crime scene person is going to find it.
Yep.
So they're going to find it because it's hard. It's a mess.
It generally doesn't take that much. You spray some luminol, hit it with the light. It's going to show up.
Right. And you've seen them before live in person. Gunshot wounds and blunt force trauma is a mess.
They are.
It takes a lot to kill somebody. A lot of blood in the human body.
Yeah.
It goes all over the place. And typically people step in it and splatter.
Oh, yeah.
And get it all over the place. And, you get transfers, you get all kind of stuff going on. And it's hard to do. And this woman obviously failed in her cleanup.
She did. Shame on her.
She's still in jail. I checked on the status of this. It's still pending. Yeah, it'll come up here. They just had a status hearing to get everything on the calendar here recently, but yeah, I'll be following us and see what happens. But
yeah, this would be a good one to watch.
How do these bodies don't come? We've seen the other ones where the body's not found. They
just don't tell anybody where it's at. Eventually, it's going to come out where he is.
Yeah,
either the mother, the father, the wife,
or a hunter, or somebody else.
Somebody's going to find it.
Dog will dig it up. People will find it, or some kind of animal will dig it up.
Oh yeah,
but did they find It didn't say anything about it. Did they find the luggage box?
No, it doesn't say.
That's going to be hard to hide.
It is, unless you dig a very big, deep hole and cover it up.
She sounds motivated. She might do it.
But I mean, it's very noticeable if you dig something that big.
It's like a casket.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of dirt.
Yeah.
And rocks and whatever else. That would keep the animals off of him if he was in something like that.
Yeah, probably keep the smell down. But you can use cadaver dogs and stuff. And
they smell way deep, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're smelling the trace of where it scooted across the ground to get there.
Oh, yeah,
right? So, and the dirt and all that stuff.
Yeah, I got a friend that runs a cadaver dog. Her dog is really good. You ain't getting past it.
I know those bomb dogs we had were awesome.
Yeah.
Like we'd get out when they were training and try to trick them. You couldn't.
Yeah.
You could not. We'd bury it in whatever. Those dogs would find it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they got the big sniffers, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, the next one. Coral Springs, Florida. That's down around your old house.
Well, yeah, Florida.
Yeah. All right. Where's Coral Springs? I'm not good with the map.
That's southwest, I think.
Southwest, kind of opposite coast of Miami. That way?
I was the opposite coast of Miami. I was over at the Space Coast, NASA.
Okay.
Kennedy Space Center.
All right, we'll just read it and get into it. Coral Springs woman who killed husband at her wit's end over cheating gets 2 decade sentence. That's a little bit different. This woman pled guilty, actually. So,
oh yeah, she had no shame in her game.
So this is down around Miami. This is Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
All right. So 46-year-old Coral Springs woman was sentenced to spend the next 2 decades behind bars after pleading no contest to second-degree murder in 2024, according to the shooting death of her husband, according to court records obtained by a local 10 News. Coral Springs police said Denise Nicole Malcolm shot and killed Rohan Malcolm, 52, at her home in the 10,500 block. That was weird to look at, of Northeast 43rd Street over infidelity issues on August 31st, 2024. She told investigators that she was at her wit's end with his lies and deceit, and police said she shot her husband following an argument stemming from him unexpectedly announcing that he was leaving to go to Port St. Lucie with his friends after the two had come back from a trip to buy supplies for a planned Labor Day barbecue. So they're going to have a barbecue. He said, nope, I'm going with my buddies to Port St. Lucie. And she said, oh, no, you're not. She shot him.
I don't know why anybody would want to hang out in Port St. Lucie, but
I've never been there. What's it about?
I don't care for Port St. Lucie.
Okay.
I didn't care for the Space Coast, really.
Okay. Is Port St. Lucie kind of a dump?
Parts of it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A large majority of it, in my opinion, is.
Right. Here's the interesting part. You ready? Rohan Malcolm was alive at the time and clutching his shoulder, but Denise Malcolm will tell detectives she fired one final gunshot, the coup de grace. Killing him as officers arrived, arrest report states. The report states she had planned on killing herself, but as her husband bled on the floor, he said something to her that made her stop her thoughts of suicide and shot him a final time. So he said something that made her mad again.
Baby, I love you.
And she put a bullet in his brain, brain housing group. She entered a no contest plea saying, hey, I did it, basically, and then went to jail. What do you think about that one?
I'll give it to her. At least she admitted it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm tired of his trash. Beep.
You'll live in the jail for 20 years.
Yeah. Give him the deadhead check and move on.
Deadhead check.
You know?
Yeah. You think let me ask you this. You think a man would get a life sentence in this case?
Absolutely.
Women get the lighter sentences.
Yeah, because they're women.
Right. We got some others in the comments. People talk about if I'd have been a man, he would have got life or death penalty and all that. Yeah. And this is Florida.
Well, unless you're Eileen Wuornos, then you're probably getting off light. That woman didn't get off light at all.
She killed a handful.
Several, yeah. Yeah.
She was demonic, how she talked and stuff. She was crazy, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, this woman had enough and put a bullet in his brain. It looked like he was alive. And when the police were arriving, he said something to her that made her even more mad.
Yeah, like, I'm still divorcing you.
And gave him the bullet to the brain.
Yeah.
And police came in and saw it, and she threw her hands up and gave up. So
it happens.
This one, I hate to laugh about it because a guy died.
Yeah.
But do you think he had what was coming?
Probably.
He was probably a bad guy if you get into his background and how he treated this woman.
But honestly, again, why sit there until it gets to that point?
Why ain't she gone already? Right? Why ain't she gone already?
Yeah, just leave. Get divorced.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I've heard a lot of women say, well, I can't. It's the money. No, it's not.
You'll make it. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. There's resources out there. It's scary at first. You get friends, family. There's outreach program. There's all kind of stuff. It's tough at first. You don't have to sit in prison the rest of your life.
But you don't need to stress.
No.
Prior to being convicted. If you do kill them, right? And then, you're going to be in prison afterwards. I'm sure this woman has children and they're off in the system or with grandparents or something.
Yeah.
So, and the last one we talked about, they definitely had children.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so those kids are, in turmoil now. You just created chaos for them instead of just get divorced. You know,
that's the other thing I think people forget. Yeah, the heat of the moment and all this. Think about what it's going to do to your children. Mommy killed daddy or daddy killed mommy.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're in prison.
Right.
What do you think psychologically is going to happen to your children?
Yeah, that's all they think about. And a lot of young kids, for whatever reason, think it's their fault.
Yep.
And they have that guilt forever. And they shouldn't have to live with that.
No.
So it's bad enough getting divorced, but it's even worse if you go this far.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. All right. Those are two interesting ones.
Yeah.
And we'll be back. But we'll always bring these up and talk about why people kill instead of divorcing. So
yeah.
We've had a few cases where I'm like, one of these two people is going to get killed.
I've had some that I could understand. I couldn't condone it, but some of the women, I could understand why they would have whacked their husband.
They get treated like crap, man.
Yeah.
So, and these dudes are evil. Why don't they just get divorced?
Yeah, just get divorced. And it's Alabama. Trust me, the women are going to come out ahead in the courtroom.
Right. They always do.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get off here, Juice. We'll be back with another one in just a bit.
All right.